So if you clicked on this video because of the thumbnail and you thought that this video was going to be about like roasting Katie Carson and talking about all of the terrible, awful things that she's done on the internet and, the soap making community at large, that is not the case. And for you, this thumbnail was clickbait. I am talking about Katie Carson and royalty soaps along with other, soap makers of TikTok in this video today, but I'm not here to excoriate Katie because I could never, I would never. She's amazing. For those of you who clicked on the video because you saw that Soap and Clay posted a video and you're just going to click and come say hi no matter what, well, hello, Sudzer. How's it going? We are continuing on today with really soap maker reacts type things because the soapprentices are keeping a weird file that I get to go through about the soap makers of TikTok. And I will tell you more about that in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudzers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for a week of Soap Maker Reacts, as I said. And today, we are doing a TikTok thing. And here's why. So I knew that this week was going to be a Reacts week, and there's a reason for it. And that reason is coming probably at the end of the week, because it's a funsy one that the Soap Apprentices wanted me to do. And I thought, why not? But yesterday's video was meant to be a video about a soap making forum post that I had seen, really with people just getting really weird in a comments thread about, the differences between melt and pour and cold process. So I was working on that, but then I ended up having to go to TikTok. And for the most part, I don't TikTok. That's not my bag, baby. That is not my journey. I love TikTok. I really do. But the reason why I can't go on TikTok is for exactly what happened yesterday. I got derailed doing nothing but just scrolling through TikTok. It is definitely something that I can get addicted to. I recognize that about myself, and so I just stay off of it entirely. Anyway, yesterday, derailed, did not edit the video, was talking to the apprentices, and they finally said, after like 3 hours of them doing work and me just going, what is this? Over and over again, like every minute, They said, we've been keeping a file of all the wild TikToks, right? And I'm like, okay, and they're like, so why don't you just do a TikTok video and you can react to the soap makers of TikTok? And I'm like, cool, let's do that. And so they have sent me stuff. And so that's what we are doing today. And we'll see how it goes. Because last time they did this to me, they threw really uncomfy things at me. I think it was all kind of, there was a theme. They certainly themed it. And it was all borax related, And so I'm sure they're going to have a theme today, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's start clicking on links and seeing what they have in store for me. I should probably point, because that's the only way I stop talking here. Something from My Healthy Soap, De-Influencing Soap Making Edition. Okay, I'm down. Let's see what we got.
Let's talk about everything you don't need to start making soap. As a business, I have things that I use that is completely not necessary for you guys. So let's talk about it. Wire soap cutter. You don't need these. These are expensive. You can use a kitchen knife. You don't need an expensive digital scale. I think I paid 20 bucks for this one. You don't even actually need molds. You can just line old Tupperware with parchment paper. Lastly, you can thrift a lot of your cookware for soap making.
There you go. I love that. I mean, 10 out of 10. I would say that's all very good information. And I love that the soap makers of TikTok are doing that. We should be realistic in our goals. You know, we don't all have to keep up with the Joneses and have massive, cool, fun equipment all the time. I even get into those things all of the time. And like, you know, this whole FOMO or whatever of wanting something that I don't actually want. But I saw a TikTok yesterday when I was doing the scroll thing of like, there were two people that were using their whole body weight to like use one of those Mondo slab cutters to cut through, it was several 100 pounds of soap, and they just keep jumping onto it and it slowly goes and cuts, and I'm like, I want one of those cutters. But then I realized that I don't actually want one of those cutters. I have amazing cutters that do the job for the types of soaps that I make, and I'm still able to, you know, cut up thousands of bars every day. So I don't want that, but because I saw it, I immediately, my brain went, you must have. And that's not true. So I like that. My Healthy Soap, I like you very much. That's good. I would follow you, but I am not logged in and I don't know the password. But everybody else, go, My Healthy Soap. She's good. Okay, so I guess this is where we're going to be heading. So like the soap makers of TikTok influencing, you know, you, de-influencing, business building. I like it. Spin Essence. Let's make my most controversial soap ever. Let's see what's controversial about this bad boy.
Controversial soap ever. And if you have trypophobia, I would not suggest watching this video. You're probably
I don't
not
have
gonna like
that.
it. Okay, now that you're hiding in the comment section, this is my oatmeal and honey soap. It's my best seller in my shop, and for good reason. I've had so many people tell me that it helped with their eczema, their acne scarring, and psoriasis.
First up, I'm not seeing the controversy here so far. Are you see what's controversial about this? Do people not like that bubble wrap is used? I like that bubble wrap is used. That is a great way to get, you know, like the honeycomb pattern. For sure. And it's reusing stuff. I like that, you know? It's repurposing plastic. I think that that's awesome. Second up, that is just a melt and pour soap. All of these tags, controversy, assumptions, addressing the trolls, addressing the controversy. Is there a controversy because people don't like that she's saying it does things for the skin? I mean, yeah, we should not do that probably, but I think she worded it pretty nicely, didn't she? Didn't she just say she's had people say they've helped with it's helped with eczema? Like, she's not making those claims. That's the tricky little thing that Lush does. You know what I mean? Like, people will tell their friends, you should try this new company Lush or this very old company Lush, because they've been around forever. At this point, they have it's soap and all these body products, and they're all natural. And like a fraction of a percent of their like actual products are natural. But they don't say it. They say that it's fresh ingredients. You know, it's fresh soap. But they just let the other people continue to make that claim for it. It's all a thing. So is that the controversy? Because aside from that, this is just a melt and pour soap that has oatmeal in it, which is fine, I think.
And other dry and sensitive skin conditions. It's blown me away how many amazing reviews I've gotten on this soap. It's made with all natural ingredients, raw honey, colloidal oatmeal, vanilla essential oil, so it smells super great. And yeah, I'm still trying to figure out exactly why the soap blows up every time I post about it. I feel like it's the controversy. Maybe it's the holes, or that y'all think I'm a fraud somehow. It's always something.
First up, I'm going to go ahead and say that controversy is not a controversy. It's self-generated. It got people to talk. And so if I went into the comments, I bet that's what I would find. Me waiting to see what the controversy has been or finding one. Same. I mean, there are things in this that I have questions about, but I don't know what the controversy with this would be. But so Aspen Essence, again, first up, congratulations. Good job on your soap videos to go viral because, you know, controversy, people love that. People love drama. It's freaking ridiculous. So that's a fun way to market your product for sure. It's a made up controversy. It doesn't exist. Second up, did she say that she uses raw honey and vanilla essential oil? Can you put raw honey in melt and pour? Is that a thing? It's been a hot minute since I've really thought about all the stuff that you can put in melt and pour, but is honey one of them? I know oats are fine. You're not dealing with any extra water inclusion because they're dehydrated anyway, and usually it's just for a decoration on top. However, in the shower, once they get wet. But I'm not sure what the deal is with honey. Is that something that's allowed? Somebody has to tell me. I'm a little bit confused on that. There are a few things that can be used in soap, like in melt and pour soap, But because the pH is different, it's not the best idea to put a bunch of stuff in because it will rot, which is different from cold process, and it's really because of the pH. Melt and pour soap makers have to weigh in on this. I don't know. But that's cute. Again, for if that was the point, if we're going business building or whatever, that's a great way to market your business online for sure. So Aspen Essence, 10 out of 10. You did a good job.
Calling all soap makers of TikTok.
But this one is cool because soap makers of TikTok, I need your help, right? And so this one got sent to me by one of the sudsers.
This is my first time using this wire cutter, and the wire broke while attempting to cut this block.
Oh my god.
Any tips? Where did I go wrong?
This is the one that I thought was really funny because, you know, obviously if you look at it, it's a melt and pour soap. That is clearly a melt and pour soap. You can spot a glycerin soap from a mile away. I mean, really, it's the shine. It's the way that it definitely looks different than cold processed soap. So it's a melt and pour soap. And melt and pour does not do well with wire cutters. And so that's the answer. Where did you go wrong? You didn't go wrong at all. You just need to use, you know, like a bread cutter or a knife or something. Wires are really, really hard with melt and pour soap. Yeah, so this is the one that I thought was really funny because I was reading through the comments and I expect everybody to say it's melt and pour because it's clearly melt and pour. And a lot of people are saying, I've done this before, I don't know if this is melt and pour, but if it is, soap cutter's not made for it since soap is so hard. And the original creator, Amethyst Apothecaries, did say, it is melt and pour. And I think she had tagged Katie Carson in all of it. And so Katie responded and said, she gave great advice. You know, she said, your soap is simply too hard. Don't worry. Just replace the wire and let your soap sit for less time / adjust your recipe to be softer. Katie, in this instance, obviously did not pick up on the fact that it was melt and pour because, you know, Katie's busy. She got tagged in something. She's going to be helpful. Here you go. It's good information. It's good advice. And that's good advice for cold process. But it's kind of different for melt and pour, right? Which the creator had already been told. Like, that had already happened in that thread there, if that's how TikTok threads comment sections work. And she had already, you know, been told that melt and pour doesn't do well with wire cutters. And instead of her just saying, oh, thanks for responding, Katie Carson, you're amazing, I appreciate you, wow, starstruck, you know what I mean? She leaned into just like blowing smoke up another creator's behind with this, thank you, this worked perfectly. I remade the batch and let it sit for a much shorter period of time. Like, why do you got to do that? You don't have to do that. Katie is not going to bite your head off if you know, just say thank you or, you know, point out, actually, it's melt and pour, but this is good advice for cold process or whatever. You don't have to do that, you know? Like, just because they're a creator that's bigger than you. Please don't do that. I don't know Katie Carson personally, but I do know enough about her after watching her on the interwebs for like a decade at this point. It's been forever. That she will not take offense if you just say, hey, thanks for the tip. This is actually melt and pour, you know? And to that, Katie's actual information, it was very helpful for cold process. But that just made me giggle because it really is just melt and pour. Wait, no. So have we done nothing but melt and pour so far? I mean, I was talking about melt and pour for the video yesterday, and that was the focus. So did the soap apprentices just send me a bunch of stuff about melt and pour? So yeah, if we're just doing melt and pour like soap art, I'm totally here for it because that's one of the things that I will stay stuck on forever. Melt and pour soap artisans are legit. So let's see what we have next.
I've been holding out way too long with this one. Y'all been asking for this since I started making these videos, so thank you for all your requests. Today we're turning Pop-Tarts into soap. So of course, the first step is we have to make the silicone mold. So as you can see, I made the silicone mold for 2 Pop-Tarts, and then I was ready to start pulling them out. This was such a satisfying process. I love doing this. And then it was kind of a messy part, not gonna lie, because this was the s'mores Pop-Tarts that I did, and I had to pull them out. They were very gooey and
okay, first up, I love everything about this. This is amazing. And it reminds me of like a bajillion years ago before molds existed for almost everything. Me doing this to get my macaron molds for my batharons. I did this. I sunk them. My epoxy was pink though. I thought for a hot second that she was just like putting a Pop-Tart inside melt and pour soap. and that was going to get weird. Let's not put food in soap. Let's not put food in our glycerin bases. But I'm glad that that's not it. But it was the silicone mold solution, and I remember that. It hurt so bad to waste like 6 cookies to get my mold so I could then recreate it a whole bunch of times. It hurt a lot because I love macarons so freaking much, and so I would actually be a little bit hurt by this one too, because I also love Pop-Tarts, but I'm here for it. This is amazing. I cannot wait to see what she does with this.
And sticky and crumbly, so I mean delicious, obviously, and I was so tempted to eat these pieces I was pulling out, but I was like, no, it was in silicone. So once I got all the little bits and pieces out, I went ahead and washed it real good, sanitized it up, and then we were ready to put the soap in. So I had to color match the soap to make sure it matched as exactly or as closely as possible to the actual Pop-Tart, and then I put it into the mold. I was so excited to see the reveal. So once it was set, I was ready to pull it out, and oh my goodness, take a look.
Those are so
I love
cute.
them so much. You know I had to put them on the website, so go check them out.
Oh my god, that is adorable. That is the cutest thing ever. Again, I can't follow because I'm not logged in. I don't have the password. But You Cute Foods, everybody go follow them. That's adorable. Is that all they do? They just make a whole bunch of soap that looks like food. That is amazing. I want all of that in my life. But yeah, everybody, like I said, go follow You Cute Foods because that is amazing. That is super cute. I am obsessed. I like making silicone molds just generally. It's such a fun time, you know? Do you guys make silicone molds of really weird stuff? I love it. But also melt and pour. She definitely used melt and pour for all of that. So we still have a theme going on for melt and pour. And for a hot second, I thought she'd put actual Pop-Tarts inside a glycerin soap base. So now I'm starting to get nervous as to what the Soapprentices have done to me. So we are going to go down this list. We're just going to continue on. The Santal scent is Chef's Kiss, hashtag soap making, all natural soap, ASMR TikToks, cozy vibes, self-care. Cool. Awesome. So making my own all natural soaps with essential oils and dried flowers. What do we have going on here? What's this, please? Since the theme has been melt and pour to this point, if she's going to put some dried botanicals in the bottom of this mold and then just shake a whole bunch of essential oil onto the dried botanicals and then cover that with melt and pour, this essential oil has the dried botanicals and no oil is a carrier. Which, I mean, the biggest problem, honestly, is that the scent is all going to be concentrated in one place, probably. But two, why aren't you mixing that within the soap batter? Why are you doing this? We could just mix them in to the soap. Like, that's a good way to make soap. You know what I mean? You're not selling this, are you? Yeah, so you were making glycerin soap. Mm-hmm. Yep, you melt it down. Right. Love it. You were a short... Also, just a side note, if you're too short, like, you have to really reach up into the microwave like that because it's over the stove. I have a story for you. So my little brother, when he was a child, right, he was getting a bowl of soup out of the microwave when, you know, he was like 8, and the microwave was higher up than he was, and he went to take it, and he spilled it, and it went all down the front of him. Massive burns. It was a very big deal. So you might want to consider a stool when you're taking it out. I just because it's hot. I care about your skin. Okay, now we're gonna do the clear stuff. I like it. Oh, you're so short, baby. Okay. Okay, I'm not feeling great about any of this. I don't like any of this. What is... Those are very cool molds. They are very awesome. The soaps themselves, they look absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Look at that. Yep, it's so idyllic. It's so lovely. It's really, really cool. But there's nothing best practices about any of this. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. Like, there's nothing best practices about any of that at all. Just like putting the essential oils into the mold. You could just mix it in with the melted. Do you know that, Grace? But also the botanicals, that's not a thing, right? Like, we don't put botanicals in melt and pour. Is that right? I seriously need melt and pour soap makers to weigh in on this, but with my understanding of it is they can rot. Right? Is that not it? I thought it was more than just things getting, like brown, like lavender buds getting brown. I thought there were only like a couple types of dried botanicals that worked well in melt and pour. And I don't think it was any of those. Somebody needs to tell me, please. I'm not even kidding. What do the comments say? Keep the radiation from the microwave out of the process. Okay, everybody's got an opinion. Don't the essential oils need to be mixed with the carrier oil first? I mean, pretty, super, sweet and simple. Knowing me, all buddy scrub, even my hair. You could do that. That's great. Glycerin soap in the hair is good. How does the flowers not eventually mold after being wet many times? I mean, that's the question that I have. But, maybe I'm wrong. They're cute. They're very cute. They're very, very beautiful soaps. I like it. The whole video was really well done. Good job with the ASMR for sure. Like, it was engaging. It was there. Can somebody please let me know, though, about the botanicals? I'm getting uncomfy. Okay, God, what do we have next? Oh my God. Yeah, they're so cute. You're so right. Those are so cute. Chloe Davis. Okay, thank God. Okay, am I crazy? Look, the comment here, love it. Just a tip with melt and pour, the botanicals can get moldy because glycerin attracts moisture. Cold processed soap is good with botanicals. And to which the creator just responded, "Oh, thank you." That's right? That's right. That's right? It's like a piece of a fern. It is cute. It is so super cute for sure. But don't sell that. I am questioning everything though. Like, is this not a thing? I don't know if I want to do another one. Okay, what's up next? Please be normal. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what's happening here, but that was a lot of rose petals. That is a lot of rose petals. Like a lot of rose petals. Okay. That is glycerin soap. So we have glycerin soap and rose petals, and if you don't hear any sounds, it's because all it is music, and I think the music might be copyrighted, but that already looks really not well. You know how rose petals dry and they smell real weird? Oh, and you got some yellowing going on from them. Okay, so we're just going ham these days over in the melt and pour soap making world. Is that what we're deducing from this? Just whatever you want? We're just going to put whatever you want into soap? This is fine. Is this fine? I only have one more left, and I am like really actually glad about it. And I don't know why I agreed to do this again, because now I am remembering the last time I did this, these soap apprentices, like, they just found their joy in making me cringe. Okay, we need to talk about this. Hop to the shop for this all-natural fresh soap. Botanica Bunny LLC prioritizes real ingredients from Mother Nature for effective yet gentle results. First up, that looks like melt and pour. You see, you can tell the difference between a glycerin soap and a cold processed soap most of the time, even when it's wet. And that, to me, looks like a melt and pour. That's a base. Second up, if it's a base or if it isn't a base, is that a whole strawberry in the middle of this soap? All of the other things aside, right? If it is cold process, that's still not okay. That's what that is, right? That is definitely a melt and pour base as well. we're just putting whole food in soap now. I hate TikTok. Okay, so all of that is a lot, and I don't know. I have no teaching moments for any of the other ones because I'm actually not 100% sure, but in the off chance that my 99.9% sure is accurate, I don't put food in your melt and pour bases. Please don't put botanicals in your melt and pour bases like that. They will get moldy eventually. Melt and pour does not save things like food and botanicals from rotting. But to that, neither does cold process if you're putting a whole ass strawberry inside. Okay, I just went to the website and it doesn't have this particular soap on, and so I don't know what date was it. 7/5. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea. It's not on the site, so I have no idea if there's an actual strawberry in there. I don't know what the ingredients are. It's actually freaking me out. I'm pretty sure that's a full strawberry. Don't do that in cold process. Don't do that in melt and pour. Let's not do that. And certainly don't sell it if you're doing it, because your customer's going to be mad when it starts rotting in their shower. That makes me really uncomfortable. So the soap makers over on TikTok are wild, and this is why I stay away, I suppose. So thank you, Soap Prentices, for yet again making me, uncomfy. That's fun. I'm glad you guys are getting your entertainment at my expense. And for the rest of you, I hope you found that entertaining, but seriously, do weigh in, because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that botanicals and foodstuffs, well, certainly foodstuffs, but botanicals in melt and pour is a no-go. Feel free to correct me. So I might be wrong on this. Please weigh in below. Help me. I'm going to go look some stuff up also as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm questioning everything in life. So I need to go make sure. Well, I need the answers. So that's it. Oh, that's the content today. Soapmaker reacts to the soap makers on TikTok, and they be wild over there. TikTok is still wild, and we love Katie and Royalty Soaps. And so that's all. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I will see you guys all again tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.